Okay, hello everyone. Hi guys. Good evening. How are you all? Good evening, everyone. So, welcome you all again in this final marathon part second, right? So, we have discussed a lot of important MCQs in the last class, and now we have to discuss the rest of the multiple choice question in today's class. But today, I will be starting first of all with the priority sector lending updated target. That is very important for all of you. So first, let's talk about the priority sector advances, priority sector updated target. Then we will be discussing the important committees, and then we will be discussing all the MCQs, multiple choice questions, right? So these two things are very important. Priority sector lending advances, you know that in this March 2025, there have been updates which are given. So let's talk about that update first, and then we will move to the MCQs related to that. Okay. First of all, we know that what are the different categories of the priority sector. Okay. So we have agriculture sector, because lending in the agriculture sector is termed as a priority sector advance. We have MSME. Now the updated definition of micro, small and medium enterprises. This also is very important. So in this year, micro, small and medium enterprises, the definition has been updated, and we have already discussed these definition in the last class. Okay. Then export credit, then we have education, we have housing, we have social infrastructure, we have renewable energy, and we have others. So these are the different categories of the priority sector. Okay, now let's talk about the updated target which has been given to the priority sector. So first of all, for total eight categories of the priority sector, there has been given 40% target. Okay, for the total priority sector, 40% of either the adjusted net bank credit or credit equivalent of balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher. Okay, so first, there is a total priority sector for all the those domestic commercial bank and foreign bank which have 20 plus branches. For them, 40% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher, is the target. For the foreign banks which have less than 20 branches, again, 40% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. And in this 40%, up to the maximum of 32%, they can give in the form of export credit. Okay, and export credit cannot be less than 8%. Okay, now, next is the regional rural bank. For all the regional rural banks, 75% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. Then for all the small finance bank, again 75% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. So this is the total priority sector target which has been given to each and every commercial bank, small finance bank, foreign banks which have less than 20 branches, and for those who have more than 20 branches. Then for agriculture sector, so for this, it is 18%, and it is not applicable to those foreign banks which have less than 20 branches. For all the regional rural bank, it is again 80% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. And for the small finance bank, it is again 18%. Okay. Now, under the small finance bank, under 18%, you have to give at least 10% to the small and marginal farmer. Now, who are small farmers and who are marginal farmer? Small farmers are those farmers which have a land holding of between 1 to 2 hectare. And marginal farmers are those farmers which have a land holding of up to 1 hectare. Okay. For RRBs also, in this 18%, 10% target is actually given to the small and marginal farmer. Then for micro enterprises, it is here 7.5%. It is not applicable here. Again, it is here 7.5%, and it is 7.5%. For advances to the weaker section, 12% here, 15% to the regional rural bank, and small finance bank, it is again 12%. These are the updated target which are very, very important for all of you. Everyone, kindly just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. At least who are watching this session, you have to like the video. Whoever are watching this session, just like and share the video. Okay, Now let's talk about the category wise. So if we talk about the category wise, the most important thing or the most important thing which are included in the priority sector is what? First of all, these are some of the key points which you need to note. First of all, what is the weight for district with low PSL per capita? So if there is any district which have the low priority sector lending per capita, so what is the weight of percentage for PSL for that district? So it is 125%. Again, important. What is the threshold that is defined for high credit district? It means that if there is a PSL lending which are high in a particular area, then for them, what are the threshold limit? So it is up to the maximum, or it is more than 42,000 per capita priority sector flow. Okay, so if there is a high credit district, for them more than 42,000, if per capita priority sector lending is more than 42,000, then that district is considered as a high credit district. Okay, now what are the key banks which are exempted in this high credit district? That is regional rural bank, united or urban cooperative bank, local area bank, and foreign banks, right? Validity period. So this time the priority sector has been announced, and it has been announced for the financial year 2026 and 2027. Okay, now these are some of the important things which you have to note. Most important points I am highlighting here. Okay, first, agriculture sector. Now, in agriculture sector, remember, if the loan has been given for any agriculture and allied activities, agriculture and allied activities like the loan has been given to the farm development, machinery, the loan, the Kisan credit card, the loan which is given for the purchasing of agriculture land, the loan which is given for the agriculture produce. So these are all considered under the priority sector lending. And remember, if the loan is given for agriculture sector produce, the maximum limit is 90 lakh rupees here and 60 lakh for the others category. If the loan has been given to the small and marginal farmers only for the purpose of the agriculture land, right, then this is again considered as the priority sector lending. Now here in the farm credit, 4 crore loan up to 4 crore for the crop and agriculture activities, these are considered as the priority sector. Okay, now loan 10 crore for the farmer produce organization, FPO. So if you are giving the loan is 10 crore here, right, then up to 10 crore is considered under the farmer producer organization, that is considered as the priority sector advance. Okay, now remember, UCBs, urban cooperative banks, these are not allowed to permit, or these are not permitted to lend to the farmers, cooperative farmers. Okay, so here these important updates, these are very, very important for all of you. Okay, now for agriculture sector infrastructure, what is considered as the priority sector? So if any loan is given for the development of agriculture infrastructure, then for that loan to up to rupees 100 crore per borrower is considered as the priority sector advance. Okay, so for agriculture infrastructure, it is up to 100 crore per borrower. Then for different ancillary services, if you are an agriculture startup, loan up to rupees 50 crore is considered as the PSL. For food and agro processing, loan up to 100 crore is considered as the priority sector advance. Now you know that what is the definition of a small and marginal farm? Small and farmers are those farmers which have a land holding between 1 to 2 hectare, and marginal farmers are those farmers which have a land holding up to 1 hectare, right? Now here, if the loan is given to any self-help group, joint liability group, and this loan is up to rupees 2.5 lakh for any of the allied activities, that is considered under the priority sector advances, right? So these are all the updated borrowers lending. Now this is also very important. So if the loan is given by any non-banking financial companies and microfinancial institution, loan up to rupees 10 lakh per borrower, is eligible as a priority sector advances in the agriculture field. So 10 lakh per borrower is actually the updated figure for on lending in the field of agriculture by non-banking financial companies, microfinance institution. Clear? Now for MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises, for manufacturing, for MSME startups, all loan if the amount is up to rupees 50 crore, that is considered as the priority sector advance. Khadi and village industries, factoring services, on lending to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Now, in all lending means if the bank is giving money to non-banking financial companies, microfinance institution, and then they are providing loan to the MSME, then for them, 20 lakh rupees per borrower is considered as the priority sector advance. Okay, so as such, every startup, if the loan amount is 50 crore per, that is considered as the priority sector advance, especially for the on lending purpose, the loan up to rupees 20 lakh per borrower in the field of MSME, it is considered as the priority sector advance. Okay. Now, for the export credit, the maximum can be 50 crore per borrower. It can be considered under the priority sector advance. Clear? So for export credit, remember 50 crore per borrower, it can be considered under the priority sector advance. Now, for educational purpose loan up to rupees 25 lakh per borrower, it is again considered as the priority sector advance. Okay, these words, these important credit limits are very, very important for you all, guys. Very important. Okay, now next, housing loan. Now, for housing loan, I have just given you the maximum loan amount and maximum house code. Now, this is not very important, especially for IE IFS. This is not very important. This is very important in PPB. Okay, so area wise population, the maximum loan amount that can be given, and what should be the maximum house cost. This is given here. You can just read it out. It is not very, very important, especially for the IEIFS, but it is very important for the PUB. Okay. Now, this is very important. See, social infrastructure, this is very, very important. Why? Because social infrastructure is one of the very important part of IEIFS. So, if the loan is given to the school, sanitation, or safe drinking water, maximum loan limit can be 8 crore. This is considered under the priority sector advance, very important. For health facilities, okay, then it is considered as loan up to rupees 12 crore, that is considered as the priority sector advance. Okay, so there is school and sanitations for them, a 8 crore loan limit is considered as the priority sector advance, and for health facilities, loan up to 12 crore is considered as the priority sector advance. Renewable energy, again, very important for all of you. For renewable projects like street lighting or village electrification, 35 crore per borrower is considered as the priority sector advance. And for individual household, up to rupees 10 lakh is considered as the priority sector advance. Okay, very important. Okay, Kamal, Sunil, and everyone, see, this is the last minute revision I am giving you for the PSL updated targets. Okay, a lot of questions I have framed for in this session for the priority sector advances so that you can just learn it out from there. Okay, done. Now, after the social infrastructure, let's talk about the next other categories. Okay, so microfinance loan, you know that what is a microfinance loan? Microfinance loan means those loans and financial services or credit facilities which are provided to the lower income category. Lower income category means whose annual average income is approximately 3 lakhs per borrower. Okay, no, average annual income is approximately 3 lakh per annum. Now, for the self-help group and joint liability group, the loan can be given for non-agriculture or MSME activities. It can be up to the maximum of 2 lakh. For distressed non-farmers, loan up to rupees 1 lakh. It is considered under the priority sector advance. For a startup, if you are a non-agriculture or non-MSME startup, loan up to rupees 50 crore is considered as the priority sector advance. Okay. Now, for the weaker section category, if you are a small and marginal farmers, again up to rupees 2 lakh, it is considered under the priority sector. For SC, ST or women, it is up to rupees 2 lakh, which is considered as the priority sector. Okay. So these are all the priority sector updated target, which is actually very important for all of you. Okay. Now, let's talk about what? Let's talk about all the committees which are very important. Okay. Now, committees PDF I have already circulated to all of you, but still I am giving you a last minute revision for all the important committees. In this also, I am just taking mark the most important committees for all of you. Okay. First of all, Chakravarti committee is very important, which is on the monetary policies. Okay. And on Chakravarti committee, year has been 1985. Okay. And it is regarding improving the monetary policy and banking sector efficiency. Okay. Then we have Narsimha committee. Now, Narsimha committee phase one, very important committee, year 1991. Again, different recommendations which has been there. Padmanabhan Committee, very, very important committee, 1996, and it is for banking supervisions. Okay. Then we have Narsimha Committee phase second, very important, 1997. And in this, universal banking concept has been introduced. So remember, which committee has given you the recommendation of Narsimha Committee and with which phase it, or universal banking, and in which phase it is the Narsimha Committee which gives you the recommendation of universal banking. Verma Committee, it is for the weak banks. Important, 1998. RH Khan Committee, important, 1998, for the harmonizations of banks and financial institutions. Chakravarti Committee, it is for digitalization. Okay. Then Kelkar Committee, it is regarding the FRBM amendments. Remember this, important. Vijay Kelkar Committee, this has been introduced for Fiscal Responsibilities and Budget Management Act. Okay, so for the amendments in the FRBM Act, there was the Kelkar Committee. NK Singh Committee, again it is for FRBM. Okay, now in this, debt to GDP ratio we have to maintain by 60%. Important, this is very important for all of you. Okay, now obviously, Hilton Young Commission, this is important. This actually give you the recommendation of RBI. So Reserve Bank of India has been established by the recommendation of which committee? Hilton Young Commission. Okay. Then we have More Committee. More Committee is for the payment banks, small finance bank and financial inclusion. Then we have PJ Nayak Committee, Banking Board Governance, very important. Then we have the Rangarajan Committee. Now, Rangarajan Committee give you the recommendation for establishment of the National Housing Bank. So, NHBs has been established by the Rangarajan Committee's recommendation. Universal banking has been introduced by Narasimha Committee's recommendation. Okay. Now, Shiv Raman Committee, this actually helps the recommendation of or establishment of NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Okay. Malegam Committee, very important. NBFC MFI has been created by the Malegam Committee's recommendation. James S. Raj Committee for NBFCs. AC Shah Committee, it is for again NBFC's regulation. Anand Malhotra Committee, insurance sector. Sodhani Committee, it is for the foreign exchange market. So Sodhani Committee for the foreign exchange market. SS Tarapur Committee, it is again for FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. LC Gupta Committee, by LC Gupta Committee's recommendation, derivative has been introduced in India. Okay. Then we have the Mutual Fund and Advisory Committee. So this committee has actually given that we have the sixth level of mutual fund risk. Okay. We have Siddiqui Committee, which help in the establishment of CIBIL. Aditya Puri Committee, Credit Information Companies. The Hotre Committee, it is for the leasing company. Law Commission, it was for the hire purchase law. And then Vishwanathan Committee for the United Commercial Banks. So these are all the important committees. Now, guys, again and again, I am saying that please note that these are very, very important for your examination. All the committees, these are very important for your examination. All the updated priority sector advances, these are again very important for your examination. Clear, everyone? Done? So now let's start doing the practice question, everyone. Can we start the practice question then, guys? Everyone, kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, whoever are watching this video, kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And can we start doing the practice question, everyone? Okay. Let's start the practice question with the very first question of the class. You have to describe what is home charges. Home charges referred to as what? Taxes levied by the East India Company on Indian peasants. Transfer made by the British government to India for administrative purpose. Official remittance made from India to Britain for the expenses like pensions, dividend, and administrative cost. Expenses incurred on Indian princes residing in Britain. What are considered as home charges, everyone? So Sunil is saying D. Kamal is saying C. And everyone else, kindly please start answering this question. You have to describe what is home charges. Home charges are what? Everyone start answering the question. So we have the answer. Sunil is saying C. Sunil is saying A. Kamal is saying C. Harsh is saying C. So if we talk about the correct answer, yes, home charges, these are the official remittances which are made from India to Britain in the form of pensions, in the form of dividend, in the form of administrative costs, like for example, the salaries which are given to the viceroys, all the interest which has been paid for the debt which has been taken for the Britain, these are all considered as the home charges. Okay, done? Right, C is the correct answer. Next question. Consider the following statement about REITs and real estate mutual fund. Now, we have given the four statements regarding the difference between the REITs, real estate investment trust, and real estate mutual fund. You have to identify which of the following statement is incorrect. Both REIT and REMF, Real Estate Mutual Fund, allow investor to gain exposure to the real estate, but only REIT are mandated to distribute a major portion of their income as the dividend. REIT are usually in a listed debt instrument backed by the property, whereas mutual fund invest only in the physical real estate asset. During inflationary period, REIT investor may benefit from the higher rental yields and property value appreciation, whereas a real estate mutual fund doesn't enjoy such benefits or advantages. Now, REIT offer less diversification but higher annual payouts compared to the real estate mutual fund. Now, we have to choose which of the following statement is or are incorrect. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone, we have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone, kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Just like and share the video to the maximum you can. Now we have to choose the incorrect statement regarding the REITs and real estate mutual funds. So the correct answer is what? Harsh, Sunil, Kamal, everyone start answering the question. Okay, so Harsh is saying C. Third and fourth are the incorrect statements. Okay, KGR is saying A, means second and third are the incorrect statement. And everyone else, kindly please answer. Harsh is saying B. First and fourth are the incorrect statement. Okay, now let's talk about this. Both REITs and real estate mutual fund allows the investor to gain exposure to the real estate. But only REITs are mandated to distribute a major portion of income as the dividend. That is considered correct because in REITs, this is mandatory that you have to distribute at least 90% of your income to the unit holders of the REIT, where there is no such compensation or in the mutual fund, right? Now, next. REITs usually invest in listed debt instrument backed by the property, while mutual fund only invest in the physical state. Or wrong. It is the mutual fund, real estate mutual fund, which actually invest in the listed debt instrument backed by the properties. Whereas for the REITs, they actually invest only in the physical real estate. So second is wrong. Now third, during the inflationary period, REIT investors may benefit from higher rental and property value appreciation, while mutual fund doesn't enjoy any such advantage. That is also wrong. When there is an inflation, REITs and real estate mutual fund both will get the advantage of the inflationary period. In both, in the REITs, the value of the property is rising, whereas in the mutual fund, the unit price is rising. So if you are saying that one will receive the benefit and another one is not receiving the benefit, incorrect. Both are receiving the benefit. Now, third, REITs offer less diversification but higher annual payouts. Yes, that is correct in comparison to real estate mutual fund. So, first is correct, second is wrong, third is wrong, fourth is correct. So, second and third, these are the incorrect statements. So, yes, A is the correct answer, everyone. A is the correct answer now. X, Ranveer. Yes, you are all correct. So, yes, A is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Done, you guys? Clear? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Can we move to the next question? Good. Next question. See. In macroeconomics, the IS investment saving liquidity preference money supply model represent the equilibrium between the goods market and the money market. Now you have to tell me, according to this IS and LM curve which are derived, which of the following theoretical approach is correct? IS curve is from Keynes theory. LM curve is from classical theory. IS curve from classical theory. LM curve from the Keynes theory. IS curve monetary theory. LM curve fiscal theory. IS curve supply side. LM curve demand side. So we have to tell the correct answer, everyone. Very easy, very simple. You can all answer this question. It is very simple. ISLM curve, investment saving, liquidity preference money supply model. Which of the following statement is correct regarding this? Everyone start answering this question, guys. So the correct answer is what? Everyone. What is the correct answer, everyone? So please tell me the correct answer. ISLM model. Which of the following is correct? This is very important question, and I have told you in the class also when I am teaching the theories of interest topic. You remember, I've told you that this is a very important portion. Okay, so now Sunil is saying B, Harsh is saying B, Kamal is saying B, KGR is saying D. Ah, yes, investment saving curve. This actually derived from the classical theory. And liquidity preference money supply curve, this actually derived from the Keynes theory. So B is the correct answer for this question. Yes, B is the correct answer for this question. Okay, done. Now next. Consider the following statement about the boom phases of the business cycle. We have to consider the following statement regarding the boom phases. During boom phases, both the level of production and employment rise and the economy operates beyond its full capacity. Rising wage and prices during the boom ensure that the purchasing power of the salaried class improve, leading to the sustained consumption growth. Increased income during the boom may eventually faces diminishing return as the production cost rises and the demand stagnates. The boom phase is often characterized by the seller's market and inflationary pressure. So we have to choose which of the following is the correct statement regarding the boom phase. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the boom phase. Everyone, please answer. Correct statements, everyone. Just tell me the correct answer. Okay, so Ranveer is saying B. First and second only are correct. Just understand the points carefully of the boom phase and then you have to answer. Just understand the statements carefully and then answer. Everyone, understand the statements carefully and then you need to answer. Everyone. Okay, Sunil is saying A. Here the following is correct about the boom phase. During the boom phase, both level and employment rises and the economy operates beyond its full capacity. Correct. Rising wage and prices during the boom ensure that the purchasing power of the salaried class improve. False. During the boom phase, actually the salaried class lost their purchasing power. Why? Because the inflation is rising, but their salary is not rising proportionately to the inflation. And if the salaried class, their salaries are not increasing according to the inflation in the economy, they will have actually the low purchasing power. So, second is wrong. Third, increased investment during the boom may eventually face a diminishing return. Yes, that is correct. Fourth, in the boom phase, because of a different high level of production and employment and higher profit, sellers market and inflationary pressure arises. So first is correct, second is wrong, third is correct, fourth is correct. We have to choose the correct answer. A is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Clear? Clear, everyone? Yes or no? Any doubt here? If you have any doubt, please ask. No doubt, give me a thumbs up. Clear? Done? Can we move to the next question? Yes. Okay, next question. The NK Singh Committee 2016 has been set up to review which of the following act? FRBM Act, GST Act, Companies Act, or Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, IBC. Everyone start answering this question. The N.K. Singh Committee 2016 was set up to review which of the following act? Just choose the correct answer here. Everyone, please start answering the question. N.K. Singh Committee actually was set up to review which of the following act? So the correct answer is now Ranveer Singh B. And everyone else, Now, this is again an important question, guys. This is again an important question. Vineet is saying FRBM. Yes. I have told you FRBM Act, NK Singh Committee, FRBM Act, if you remember here. NK Singh Committee, I have told you the NK Singh Committee here also, right? And it is regarding the FRBM Act, NK Singh Committee, FRBM Act, right? So very important is NK Singh Committee, okay? So this is the Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. Clear? Next question. Consider the following statements regarding the capital receipts in the union budget. Okay, so I have explained you the union budget in the last class. Recoveries of the loans and advances and disinvestment receipts are the example of debt capital receipt, market borrowing and securities against a small saving. These are considered as the debt receipt. Non-debt receipt does not create any future repayment liabilities for the government. We have to choose which of the following statement is correct regarding the capital receipts. Everyone. Which of the following is the correct statement? Everyone, please answer this question. Very easy. You can all answer this question. Again, it is very easy. You can all answer this question. Everyone. Consider the following statement about the capital receipts. See, first and third are the correct statement. Okay. Then tell me what is wrong in the second statement. If you are saying first and third are the correct statement, tell me what is wrong in the second statement. First of all, what is a capital receipt? We know that any those receipts which either increases the financial liabilities of the government or reduces the asset, that is called as capital receipts. And in capital receipts we have two type of receipts, debt receipts and we have non-debt receipts. We have debt receipts and we have non-debt receipts, right? Now, debt receipts which have the future obligation of the repayment. Non-debt receipts means which don't have the future obligations of the repayment, means which either reduces the asset but doesn't create the future obligation of the repayment. So if it is concerned, non-debt receipts doesn't create future repayment of the liabilities, that is correct. Okay, now market borrowings and securities, these are debt receipts. Yes, because these the government has to return. If the government is raising money from market borrowing or the government is raising money from the securities, these considered as the debt and the government has to repay it. So this is also correct. Why it is wrong? This is perfectly correct. Now first, recovery of loan and advances and disinvestment. These are debt capital receipts. No, these are non-debt capital receipts. These are non-debt capital receipts. Clear? So if we talk about the correct answer, second and third means B is the correct answer, everyone. Okay, done. Done, everyone. Can we move to the next question, guys? Any doubt? If you have any doubt in this question, you are free to ask your doubt, everyone. If you have any doubt in this question, you are allowed to ask your doubt. Any doubt? Prithvi, Sunil, Vinod, Ranveer, Shanti, no doubt. Can we move to the next question? Everyone, but kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, whoever are watching this session, at least just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Done? Good. Next question. Now tell me the correctly matched pair here. So we have given certain institution. IRDAI, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. SBI, State Bank of India. Now, intermediary institution, non-intermediary institution, regulatory institution, and intermediary institution. We have to choose the correct one. Which of the following is correctly classified here? So IRDI, this is intermediary. NABARD, non-intermediary. SEBI, regulatory. SBI, intermediary. We have to choose which of the following is correctly matched here. Everyone, which of the following is correctly matched here? Please answer this question. So the correct answer is, everyone, we know this thing, a first, second, and third, these are correctly matched. And everyone else, kindly start answering the question, everyone. This is module C. This is module C. This is module C. Okay. Vinod, Sunil, Kamal, A, C, D. Okay. So Kamal, 2, 3, 4, right? Correct. Only Kamal is correct here. See, IRDI, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, it is considered as the regulator of insurance market in India. So it is an intermediary institution? No, it is a regulatory institution. It is not an intermediary, it is a regulatory one. NABARD, non-intermediary. SEBI, regulatory. SBI, intermediary. Why SBI is considered as intermediary institution? Because it help in facilitating of the loan and advances, right? So if we talk about the correct answer, yes, D is the correct answer. Second, third, and fourth is the correct answer. Good, everyone. Important. Done. Done, you guys. Yes or no? Clear? Can we move to the next question? Good. Next question is what? Which of the following is statement about the social infrastructure is misleading? Misleading means incorrect. Social infrastructure primarily refers to the physical facilities that support services like education, health, and housing. Investment in the social infrastructure can lead to the improved social outcomes such as reduced crime rates and better public health. Social infrastructure is only relevant in the urban areas as rural communities doesn't typically require such services. Enhancing social infrastructure often involves collaboration between government entities, non-profit organization, and community group. We have to choose the correct answer. Everyone, we have to choose the misleading statement regarding the social infrastructure. We have to choose the misleading statement, everyone. So the correct answer is, okay, Sunil saying B. Investment in the social structure can lead to the social outcomes such as reduced crime rate and better public health. So what is wrong in the second statement? What is wrong in the second statement? Second is perfectly correct statement. There is nothing wrong in the second statement. Just look out simply. Simply just choose the misleading statement. So, social infrastructure primarily refers to the physical facilities that support services like education, healthcare, and housing. See, primarily refers to, this is also considered as the misleading statement, but it is not totally incorrect. First of all, understand it. It can be considered as misleading. Why? Because if you are saying that social infrastructure primarily refers to the physical, it is one of the aspect. social infrastructure. In social infrastructure, it is one of the aspect, physical facilities that supports the education, healthcare, and housing. That is correct statement. That is not totally incorrect, but it is not totally correct also. Okay, so we cannot say A is the correct answer. Investment, that is correct. No, social infrastructure is only relevant in the urban areas. That is wrong. Social infrastructure is relevant to both urban and rural areas, both, because such services requirement, these are actually the requirement of both the communities, rural and urban. So social infrastructure is needed in both the areas, and that's why C is misleading. C is not the correct answer. Maximum few are correct here. Okay, next. General Insurance Company was set up in which year? Everyone. 1956, 72, 82, or 92? Very simple question related to the year. Everyone. General Insurance Company was set up in which year? Everyone start answering. And kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can, everyone. General Insurance Company. Yes, if we talk about the General Insurance Company has been set up in 1970. So yes, B is the correct answer, right? General Insurance Company has been set up in 1972. Next, according to the recommendation of Narsimha Committee Phase 1 1991, the Indian banking structure should have how many tiers? According to the recommendation of Narsimha Committee Phase 1, Indian banking structure should have how many tiers? 2 tier, 3 tier, 4 tier, or 5 tier? Everyone, please answer. Now, again, it is very important. Again, it is very important, you guys. According to the recommendation of Narsimha Committee Phase 1 1992, the Indian banking structure should have how many tiers? They have how many tiers? Okay. So K is saying B is the correct answer. 3 tiers, and everyone else. Narsimha Committee, Indian banking structure should have how many tiers? So, if we talk about the correct answer, according to the recommendation of Narasimha Committee Phase 1, Indian banking structure should have 4 tiers. Should have how many tier? 4 tier. So, C is the correct answer, everyone. Not 3, it is 4 tiers. Okay. So, C is the correct answer. Done? Clear, everyone? Good. Can we move to the next question? Everyone, can we move to the next question, everyone? It is 4 tier. It is a very important, you guys, very important question. Yes. Next question. Now, next question is, consider the statement regarding the priority sector classification loans to the social infrastructure as per March 2025 guidelines. Bank loan up to 10 crore per borrower for setting up school, drinking water, and sanitation facilities are considered as the PSL classification. Bank loan up to 25 crore per borrower for building healthcare facilities in tier 2nd to tier 6 centers are eligible under the priority sector classification. We have to choose which of the following is the correct statement here. Now, again, very important, and I have told you the priority sector updated targets. I have told you the priority sector updated target. Everyone, please tell me the correct answer. So the correct answer is what? Everyone start answering the question. So the correct answer is what, everyone? No answer yet. No answer, everyone. Please start answering the question. No answer yet. Okay. So when we are talking about the correct answer here, bank loan up to 10 crore per borrower is considered as the priority sector lending classification. No, it is 8 crore. I have told you in the beginning of the session. I have told you in the beginning of the session. It is 8 crore. Now, bank loans up to 25 crore per borrower, it is considered for the tier second to tier 6 cities. No, it is actually 12 crore per borrower. So first is wrong and second is also wrong. If we talk about the correct answer, neither one nor two is the correct statement. Both the statements are wrong, everyone. Yes, both the statements are wrong. No statement is correct here, everyone. Done? Clear? Now, can we move to the next question, everyone? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Yes, next question. Consider the following statement regarding the Narsimha Committee Phase 2nd. Now, Narsimha Committee Phase 2nd has given you the different recommendation. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the Narsimha Committee Phase 2nd. The committee recommended the concept of narrow banking for strong and well-performing banks to enhance their liquidity management. It suggests raising the capital adequacy ratio to 9% to strengthen the banking system. It proposed the merger of strong banks to create a multiplier effect in the industry. We have to choose the correct statement. Sunil, read out the question carefully and then answer, okay? Don't answer in rush. Read out the question carefully and then you need to answer, each and every one of you. Kindly tell me the correct answer here. Kindly tell me the correct answer here, everyone. And everyone, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, you guys, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Consider the following statement regarding the Narsimha Committee's second 1998. Everyone, okay? First and second is the correct one. See, the committee has recommended the narrow banking concept for a strong and well performing bank. No, this committee has recommended the narrow banking concept for the weak banks. It is not recommended for the strong banks for enhancing the performance and plus for risk free management. The weak banks are recommended that you should follow the narrow banking concept, obviously. So, first is wrong. First is wrong. Now, second, it suggested raising the capital adequacy ratio to 9%. Correct. It proposed the merger of strong banks to create the multiplier effect in the economy. That is also correct. So, if we talk about the correct answer, second and third are the correct statement, and first is the wrong statement. Every second and third are the correct statement. First is the wrong statement. Done? Clear? Clear, you guys, everyone? Now, can we move to the next question? Yes or no? Kindly just please tell me, whoever are watching this session, kindly please just comment once. Done? Good. Next question. Which of the following was not a part of the steps taken towards liberalization in other sectors of Indian economy? All are very important. Which of the following was not the part of the steps taken towards liberalization in other sectors of Indian economy? First, import were delicensed and import duty were reduced. License Raj was abolished to promote industrial growth. Exchange rate was pegged tightly to the US dollar. FDIs were relaxed. We have to choose the correct answer here, everyone. Now, again, it is easy question. We have to choose the correct answer here, everyone. Start answering, guys. Which of the following was not a part or not a steps towards the liberalization in other sectors of Indian economy? Everyone. Okay. Imports were delicensed and import duty were reduced. That is correct. This is liberalization. License Raj were abolished. Yes, liberalization. No, exchange rate were pegged tightly to the US dollar. No, exchange rates were actually flexible. The rates of exchange were actually flexible. They were free according to the demand and supply of the economy. So obviously C is not a part of liberalization. Fourth, FDI norms were relaxed. That is also correct. So if we talk about the correct answer, C is the correct answer. Clear, everyone? Done? Done, everyone? Okay, next question. Which of the following situations appear to violate the law of demand but actually does not when analyzed economically? Choose the correct answer. Okay, now just 2 minutes, let the azan complete, and then we will discuss this question. Meanwhile, start answering this question, everyone. Meanwhile, start answering this question. Okay, right. Done. So we have to see which of the following situations appear to violate the law of demand but actually does not when analyzed economically. Okay, let's see which of the following violates the law of demand. During the festival sale, a fall in the price of luxury watches leads to only a small increase in their demand. That is law of demand. Because fall in the price leads to increase in the demand, even a smaller increase or a larger increase. That depends upon the situation, but yes, it is the law of demand. This doesn't violate the law of demand. A fall in the price of inferior quality rice result in the consumer buying less of it and switching to the better quality of the rice. Yes, that is violating the law of demand. That is violating the law of demand. Why? Because an inferior good, if the income is decreasing, the demand is also increasing, and if the income is increasing, demand is also increasing. Plus, in the inferior good, it doesn't follow the law of demand. It means that if the price increase, the demand will also increase. If the price decrease, demand will also decrease. So if we talk about the inferior quality, the fall in the price of inferior good always refers or goes to the fall in the price of that, not to the increase. So it is violating the law of demand. So second is violating the law of demand, right? Third, when the price of petrol rise, consumer immediately reduce the consumption, start using the public transport. That is law of demand. As the price of the movie ticket decrease, more people decide to watch the theaters in movie. That is also law of demand. So it is the law of demand. It is the law of demand. It is the law of demand. But second, it is not the law of demand. So if we talk about the correct answer, D is the correct answer. Okay. D seems to violate the law of demand, but when it is economically analyzed, it actually doesn't violate the law of demand. Plus, it has the income effect dominating the price and demand effect, right? So, second is the correct answer. Clear, everyone? Okay, now, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding the Udyami or regarding the MSME schemes in India? Incorrect statement. Udyami Mitra portal was actually launched to improve the accessibility of credit and hand-holding services to MSME. MSME Samban help MSME register their cases of delayed payment against the government department. Digital MSME scheme promote the use of cloud computing of IT infrastructure access. Safruti focuses on organizing traditional industries into cluster and enhancing their marketability. We have to choose the correct answer. Incorrect statement, everyone. Incorrect statement, guys. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Okay. So we know this saying B. At the same time, we're not saying D also. Now, which of the following is the correct statement here? Tell me the correct answer, guys. Udyami Mitra portal launched to give hand-holding supports to MSME. True. MSME Sambandh help MSME register their cases of delayed payment. That is false. That is wrong. Micro, small, and medium enterprises. Sambandh portal is actually for the public procurement of the products of MSME by public sector undertaking unit. Sambandh portal is for that. Whereas for the delayed payment, there is the delayed payment portal which has been launched by the government. Okay, so B is the incorrect statement. Digital MSA and Srufiti, these are all the initiative to promote the micro, small, and medium enterprises. Right? Yes, we know. D for the previous question. Yes. B for this question. Done. Clear? Can we move to the next question, you guys? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Okay, next question. Match the following. Now, overnight fund. This is an open debt fund investing in overnight securities having a maturity of 1 day. Liquid fund, open night scheme, investing in money market, having maturity of up to 1 year. Money market, it is having the maturity period up to 91 days. Match the following. Very easy question now. This is very easy. Tell me the correct answer. This is so easy question. Everyone, you guys, please answer. The correct answer is what? Overnight fund, liquid fund, money market fund. We have to choose the correct statement regarding this. Everyone, please answer. So the correct answer is what, everyone? Okay. So the correct answer is, first of all, overnight funds, these have a maturity period of up to 1 day. So first is A. Okay. Liquid fund, these has the maturity period of 91 days. Second is C. Money market fund, these has a maturity period of up to 1 year. So if we talk about the correct answer, first is A, second is C, and third is B. Yes, A is the correct answer. Yes, A is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Yes, A is the correct answer. Good. Next question. As per Reserve Bank of India guidelines of March 2025, loan up to what amount to startup qualifies at a micro, small and medium enterprises eligible for classification under priority sector lending? Now we have to choose for PSL, updated targets of March 2025. Loan up to what amount to startups qualifies as MSME PSL lending? Everyone, 25 crore, 40 crore, 50 crore, or 75 crore. Everyone has answered this question. Everyone, please start answering this question. KGR is saying 50 crore C, and everyone else, please answer this question. Yes, that I have told you in the earlier thing, right? So if there is a loan which has been given to the startup that qualifies as a micro, small, and medium enterprises. So, what amount is qualified as a priority sector lending target? So, it is 50 crore per borrower. So, the correct answer is what? C. C is the correct answer. Very good, important. Okay. Next question. Which category of the merchant banker handles issue management? Which category of the merchant banker handles issue management? Everyone. Which category of the merchant bankers handle issue management? Very easy. Very easy, everyone. Which category of the merchant banker can handle issue management? Category 1, category 2nd, category 3rd, or category 4th? Which of the following category of the merchant bankers can handle the issue management? Everyone start answering this question. So now you are saying category 3rd C, and everyone else, categories of the merchant banker can handle the issue management. Everyone, which categories of the merchant banker can handle the issue management? Yes, category A. Yes, category A is the correct answer. Obviously, category A is the correct answer. Done. Clear? Next question. Which of the following situations best indicate the recovery phase of the business cycle? Which of the following best indicates the recovery phase of the business cycle? Prices and profits fall continuously and unemployment rises. Consumer postponed consumption expecting further price fall. Bank begins lending at easier terms. Production and employment start increasing. Demand remains stagnant despite falling interest rate. Which of the following situations best indicates the recovery of the business cycle? Everyone, please answer this question. Recovery phase. The characteristic of the recovery phase. Which of the following best indicates the recovery phase? Everyone, please answer this question. We know the saying C is the correct answer, and everyone else, please answer this question, you guys, everyone. And kindly, please like and share the video, everyone. Everyone, kindly just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay. Recovery phase. Prices and profit falls continuously and unemployment rises. No, this is not the recovery phase. This is the depression phase. Consumer postponed consumption expecting further prices fall. Depression phase. Again, the depression phase. Bank begins lending at easier term, production and employment start increasing. This is recovery phase. Demand remains stagnant. This is again the depression phase. Right, so A, B, and D, these are the depression phase, whereas C is considered as the what? Recovery phase. Clear? Next question. Now, a monetary policy committee has recently reduced the policy repo rate by 50 basis point. Okay. However, there is a senior official observed that despite this change, the lending rate offered by the banks have not fallen in the same proportion. As a policy analyst, you are tasked with identifying the possible reason behind this incomplete transmission of policy rate to the bank lending. So, which of the following factor is least likely to responsible for the delay and diluted monetary policy transmission in this scenario? Administered interest rate and rigidity in the deposit repricing, asset quality concern in the banking system, increased exchange rate flexibility in the economy, or complete absence of the fiscal dominance in the country. Now, analyze the question. First of all, see what the question is saying, and then you have to answer. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone. So, the correct answer is what? Least likely to responsible for the delayed and diluted monetary policy transmission in this scenario. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone. Okay, so Nadeem is saying C. So the question is saying that the RBI has reduced the policy repo rate, but still that is not reflected in the bank lending rate. So, what is actually the reason for the delayed and diluted monetary policy transmission in the economy? What is the delayed reason? First, administrative interest rate and rigid in the depository pricing. So, this is actually the reason why the policies are delayed. This is actually the reason. So, if you are talking about the least likely, A cannot be the answer, because if the administered interest rates or if this is semi regulated, this actually delays in the transmission of the monetary policies to the public. And that's why A cannot be the answer. Asset quality concern in the banking system, sometimes if the monetary policy is reduced, but the bank is fear of the bad loans, okay, they don't want to take so much risk, so it actually delayed the transmission of monetary policies to the banking system, and that is also the reason. See, increase exchange rate flexibility in the economy. So basically these three are considered as the reasons why there is a delay in the monetary policy transmission in the economy, whereas complete absence of the fiscal dominance in the country, that is actually the least likely reason for the transmission of monetary policies in the economy. Why? Because see, when we are talking about, there is the um, uh, government dominance which is absent in the economy. Okay, so if there is no fiscal dominance, the central bank is free to transmit their policies independently to the economy. And when this uh, Reserve Bank of India is freely transmitting their economy's policy in the economy because the government is not interfering, this actually helps in transmission of monetary policies to the economy. So we have to choose which of the following is the least likely to be the reason, or you can say not the reason. Not the reason is D. D is not the reason for transmission or for the delay in the monetary policy transmission to the economy. Clear? Now, if you have any doubt here, please ask everyone. Any doubt? Any doubt, guys? Good. Next question now. Tell. In the Hick-Hansen model, suppose liquidity preference increases while thriftness in the economy decreases. Which of the following is the most likely immediate impact on the equilibrium rate, assuming money supply remains constant? Both IS and LM curve shift rightward, leading to the fall in the interest rate. IS curve shifts rightward while LM curve shifts leftward, leading to the rise in the interest rate. IS curve shift leftward while LM shift rightward, leading to the fall in the interest rate. Both IS and LM curve shifts towards leftward. Hick-Hazen model, you have to choose the correct statement here. Now tell me. Hick-Hazen model, you have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. Hick-Hazen model, you have to choose the correct statement here. What is the most likely the immediate impact on the equilibrium rate of interest, assuming money supply remains constant? So suppose liquidity preference is increasing. Higher liquidity preference leads to what? Everyone kindly start answering this question. A very good question. Very good question. Start answering this question, guys. Very good question, you guys, everyone. Okay. Liquidity preference. Liquidity preference means the desire to hold money in the form of cash. If liquidity preference is increasing, then obviously the demand for money is increasing. Okay, if you have the desire to hold more money in form of cash, your demand for money will be more. Okay, and when your demand for the money is more, the LM curve, liquidity preference money supply curve, it shifted to the left. Why it shifted to the left? Because of the rise in the interest rate. Because if there is a more demand for money in the economy, the bank increase their interest rates. If the bank is increasing their interest rate, people will in turn borrow less. Okay, and this will lead to the shift of liquidity preference money supply curve to the left, first of all. Okay, now next, when there is more consumption because the demand for money is more, liquidity preference is more, so there is a more consumption. More consumption means the investments is also high. There is a higher demand for investment. When there is a higher demand for investment, the investment saving curves shifts to the right, because higher income leads to the higher interest. Okay, higher income means you have more money in the bank account to lend. Okay, now if the bank has more money, then bank is lending high in the economy, right? So if we talk about the interest rate increases, in both the scenarios the interest rate will increase. In both the scenario the interest rates will become high. Okay, and so it once leads to the liquidity preference money supply curve shifting left and is curve shifting towards the right. So if we talk about the correct answer, what is the correct answer for this? B is the correct answer for this. Clear? Done. IS curve shift to rightward while LM curve shift leftward. And it both lead to the rise in the interest rate. Clear? Done. Now, this I have explained in detail in the interest rate chapter. I have detailed explained it. Okay. Next question. Now, which organization is responsible for regulating the Atal Pension Yojana? Easy question. Now it is easy on you. Everyone. Which organization is responsible for what? It is responsible for the Atal Pension Yojana. Everyone. Which of the following is responsible for the Atal Pension Yojana? Kindly please answer this question, guys. Which of the following is responsible for the Atal Pension Yojana? Now it's very easy. You can all answer this question, you guys. Yes. Atal Pension Yojana, it is Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Okay, yes, B is the correct answer. Next. In India, a commercial paper is issued for the investment multiples up to what amount? Commercial paper is used for investment in multiples of up to what amount? 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh, or 10 lakh. A commercial paper is issued for the investments multiple of up to what amount? Everyone, please answer. So the correct answer is what? Commercial papers. The minimum amount you can invest in the commercial paper is what? No, it's easy question. It's very easy. Commercial papers, these are the unsecured money market instruments which have a maturity period of less than 1 year. It is issued by the what? Commercial banks. Commercial papers, these are actually open for the investment, provided that the minimum amount you can invest is 5 lakh and in multiple of 5 lakh means 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakhs, 20 lakh, 25 lakhs, right? So this is the commercial paper investments. Okay, done. Good. Next question. Next question is which of the following accurately reflects the difference between the organized and unorganized sector? A large corporation employed a skilled worker with a formal contract and provide benefits like health insurance and paid leave. A local street vendor sells fruit without a license. A small family owned business hire workers on a casual basis without written agreement but pays them regularly. A government agency oversees a construction project ensuring all the workers are paid minimum wages and have the access to the safety gear. We have to tell me which of the following is the organized and the unorganized sector. Everyone. Organized and the unorganized sector. Everyone. Please answer this question. Benhar is saying B. Vinod is saying A. And everyone else. Which of the following is the organized and which of the following is the unorganized sector? Answer this question, you guys, everyone. Organized and the unorganized sector. Kindly answer this question. So if we talk about the correct answer, okay, okay. Now A, KGR is saying C, and everyone else. Where are everyone? Kamal, and where is Sunil, Vinod? Everyone, kindly please answer this question. Okay, first, a large corporation employed a skilled worker with a formal contract. It is the organized sector. A local street vendor sells fruit without a license. Unorganized sector. A small family owned business hire workers on a casual basis. Unorganized sector. A government agency oversees a construction project, ensures that all worker gets their minimum wages. This is considered as the organized sector, everyone, because the government agency oversees that construction project. So A and D are organized. B and C unorganized. Yes, A is the correct answer. Everyone is correct here. A is the correct answer. Done? Clear? Next question. Which of the following best illustrate the concept of market interconnectedness? A rise in the oil prices lead to the increase in the transportation cost, which then raise the price of the goods in various retail market. A local bakery increase its prices because of the higher fuel cost, affecting only its immediate customer. A technology company releases a new smartphone model which has no effect on the sale or older model or other electronic devices. A sudden change in the consumer preference towards electric vehicle has no impact on the sale of traditional gasoline cars. We have to choose which of the following best illustrate the concept of market interconnectedness. Very easy. Market interconnectedness. So local bakery is affecting its immediate customer, not a market interconnectedness. A rise in the price lead to the increase in the transportation cost, which increase in the price of goods in the various retail market. That is market interconnectedness. So A is the correct answer. Yes, everyone, A is the correct answer. Next question. As per the SEBI revised investment regulations to improve liquidity in REIT, the minimum investment amount and trading lot size has been reduced to 50,000 and 2,000 unit respectively, 25,000 and 100 unit respectively, 15,000 and 1 unit respectively, and 10,000 to 10 units respectively. Tell me the correct answer, everyone. Tell me the correct answer. Tell me the correct answer, everyone. As per the SEBI revised investments regulation, to improve liquidity in REITs, the minimum investment amount and the trading size have been reduced to what? Important question, everyone. So the correct answer is what? Okay, so the correct answer is everyone start answering the question, everyone. If we talk about the correct answer, okay. So, as per the SEBI revised investment regulation to improve liquidity in REITs and the minimum investment amount and the trading lot size has been reduced to. So, the minimum investment amount is 15,000 and the trading lot size has been reduced to 1 unit. So, C is the correct answer, everyone. C is the correct answer, everyone. Again, an important question. C is the correct answer. Done. Next question. Under the priority sector lending norms, which of the following is classified as the lending to the weaker section? Individual women beneficiary up to 1 lakh per borrower, individual women beneficiary up to 2 lakh per borrower, up to 5 lakh per borrower, or without any limit. Priority sector lending to the weaker section, everyone. Priority sector lending to the weaker section as per the updated targets, updated version. Everyone, you have to tell me as per the updated version, March 2025, updated guidelines. March 2025, the updated guidelines. Everyone, according to that, you have to answer. Under the priority sector lending norm, loans up to which are classified as the weaker section. No, no, no. Please tell me the updated version. Okay. So if we talk about the correct answer, it is individual woman beneficiary up to 2 lakh per borrower. Earlier it is up to 1 lakh per borrower, but now the limit has been increase to 2 lakh per borrower. Yes, B is the correct answer. Next, which of the following sustainable development goals is especially focused on combating the climate change and its impacts? Very easy. It's very easy. Now tell me the correct answer. Very easy, very simple. Tell me the correct answer. Yes, Sustainable Development Goal 13, climate action. Okay, next. A mid-size insurance company, InsureCo, decide to transfer a significant portion of its risk to the reinsurer. As a result of this decision, which of the following statement is true? InsureCo has now no financial liability for the risk it transferred to the reinsurer. InsureCo can take on more policies without increasing its risk exposure. InsureCo must pay higher premium to reinsurer than it's collect from its policyholder. InsureCo business operation are negatively impacted by the reinsurance arrangement. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the reinsurance. Everyone, we have to choose the correct statement regarding the reinsurance. Everyone. Now tell me the correct statement. Everyone, you guys, please tell me the correct answer, everyone. You can all answer this question easily. You can all answer this question easily. Now you are all saying B. First of all, InsureCo has no financial liability for the risk is had transfer incorrect. While they have transferred the risk, they still have some financial liability towards their customer. So if you are saying A is incorrect. InsureCo can take on more policies without increasing its risk portion. That is correct. Because when you have transferred your risk to the reinsurer, now you can just manage your risk more effectively. And when you are managing your risk more effectively, then you can take on more policies without adding significantly to your risk profile. So B is the correct statement. B is the correct statement, everyone. Yes, B is the correct statement, everyone. Done. Next question. Consider the following statement related to the scholars and contribution on the wealth drain theory. Dadabhai Naoroji, R.C. Datta, C.N. Vaikal were among the first Indian economists to quantify the wealth drain. Edmund Burke and Philip Francis were British thinkers who also classified and explained the mechanism of economic drain in India. Okay, and third, Philip Francis identified two main streams of the drain: remittance to the presidency town and private investment inflows. Okay, we have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. We have to choose the correct statement here. Thank you, Rajiv sir. Thank you. Everyone, just please answer this question, everyone. Just start answering the question, guys. Everyone. So tell me the correct answer here. Everyone, you guys tell me the correct answer. Wealth drain theory. We have to classify the correct statements regarding the wealth drain theory. Now, this is very easy. I have told you this in the class also. So you are saying A, first and second is the correct answer. Now, what is wrong in the third statement then? What is wrong in the third statement then? What is wrong in the third statement? Now, Philip Francis identified the drain theory. Two mainstream of drain theory? No, there are four mainstream of wealth drain theory. Four main streams, which included the investments, remittances, transfers, and the revenues from the private. Okay. So it was not only two, it was actually the four main streams of the wealth drain theory. Okay. So first is correct, second is correct. Okay. So these were the Indian scholars and these were the British thinkers about the economic drain in India. Third statement is actually wrong. There were no two mainstream. There were actually four mainstream. So if we talk about the correct answer, first and second only. So A is the correct answer. Done? Good. Next question. A venture capital fund is evaluating financing option for the three different startups. Identify which of the following is the early stage financing or the later stage financing. So we have given three situations: first, second, and third. You have to identify which is the early stage and which is the later stage financing. Biotechnology startup is in the process of research and development for a new drug. A mobile app company has launched its product and now seeking fund to expand market operations. An e-commerce platform had achieved significant market share and is now raising fund to expand its infrastructure, increasing its product offering, etc. So what is the early stage and what is the later stage financing? Everyone. Early and later stage financing. Everyone please answer this question. Identify which of the following is the early and which of the following is the later stage financing. Start answering the question, guys. Now you are saying A, B. Kamal is saying K. Okay. So there is a biotechnology startup is in the process of research and development for a new drug and need initial funding to cover the cost of trials and patents. This is what? This is the early stage financing. Okay. A mobile company has launched its product and now seeking funding to expand operation, hire a larger team. This is a later stage financing. An e-commerce platform has achieved significant market share, is now raising fund to expand its infrastructure. It is again a later stage financing. So if we talk about the correct answer, early, later, later. So if we talk about the correct answer, A is the correct answer. Right? Yes, A is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Good. Next question. Which of the following statement about infrastructure is misleading? Hard infrastructure refers to the physical system necessary for the functioning of the society. Soft infrastructure include institutions and services that facilitate societal function as education, healthcare, and law enforcement. Investing in the infrastructure typically only leads to the short-term economic benefits. Both hard and soft infrastructure are essential for the sustainable development and contribute to improve the quality of life for communities. We have to choose the misleading statement here. Everyone, misleading statement about the infrastructure. Misleading statement. We have to choose the misleading statement, you guys. Harjinder is saying C. Haris, AGR, and everyone. Everyone, kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, you guys, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay. So, hard infrastructure, it is transportation, that is correct. Soft infrastructure, education, healthcare, law enforcement, that is also correct. Investing in infrastructure typically only leads to short term economic benefits, while little impact on long term growth. That is misleading. Obviously, C is misleading. C is misleading. C is the incorrect statement. Rest all are the correct statement. Good. Next question. We have to choose the correct statement here. Choices is created by the abundance of resources. Goods and services are produced at least cost and no resources are wasted. In mixed economy, all the decisions are taken by the central authority. Free market economy, the allocation of the resources is determined by the consumer preferences. When the supply curve moves to the left, it means the supply is increasing. We have to choose the correct statement. Very simple question. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. Choose out the correct statement here. Everyone, please answer this question. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. Kindly start answering this question, you guys. Start answering the question. And everyone, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Sorry. Okay. Vishal is saying C. Second and four only. Horace is saying C. Okay, first, choices are created by the abundance of resources. No, we have the scarcity of the resources. Goods and services are produced as least cost and no resource are wasted. In fixed economy, if we talk about in mixed economy, all the decisions are taken by the central authority. No. In free market economy, the allocation of the resources is determined by the consumer preference. Yes. When supply curve move to the left, it means that the supply is increasing. No, it means that the supply is decreasing. Second and fourth only are the correct statements. So C is the correct answer. Yes, C is the correct answer. Good. Next question. Up to what extent foreign direct investment is permitted in the insurance sector? Very easy. FDI is permitted up to which sector or up to what percentage? 26, 49, 74, and 100%. What is the extent up to which FDI is generally permitted in the insurance sector? Everyone, please answer. So, yes, it is no, not 74, it is now 100%. Okay, earlier it was 74 and now it is 100%. Okay, so D is the correct answer. Good. Next. In an economy, these are the following components which are reported: currency with the public, demand deposit, other deposit, time deposit. So we have to calculate first of all narrow money in this economy. Second, if the government increases the currency by 100 million, what is the new broad money? Now just tell me the correct answer. Very simple. Easy question. Very simple and easy question. Calculate and answer, everyone. Calculate and then answer, everyone. In an economy, the following components are reported: currency with the public, demand deposit with the banking system, other deposit with the RBI, time deposit with the banking system. Use the definition of narrow money and broad money and calculate. First of all, the narrow money, and second, you have to calculate the new broad money, everyone. Then you have to calculate the new broad money, everyone. Calculate, guys, everyone. It's so easy. It's very simple question. You just have to learn the formula of narrow money and broad money, and then you have to answer. Narrow money and broad money, and then you have to answer. Yes, Kamal is saying A. Triple X is also saying A. Correct answer is what? Now, first of all, we have to calculate the M1. Okay, so M1 is currency with the public, 750 plus demand deposit with the banking system, 500 plus other deposit, 300. Okay, and then the time and deposit with the banking system. First of all, we have to calculate M1, currency with the public, plus the demand deposit, plus the other deposit, right? Now, we have to calculate the new one. Okay, so it is what, like 7? Yes, it is 1550. Good, right. Okay, now M3. M3 we have to calculate with the new. If the currency is increased by 100 million. So now the currency is 850 million. Okay, 850 plus 500 plus 300 and plus 600 also, because M3 we have to include the time deposit also. Yes, it is 2250. Correct answer is A. Right. Good. Yes, everyone. Good. Next. When the demand for the commodity decreases due to the change in the climate, then the demand curve will shift or move. This I have already explained in the last class also. The same question, this is a repeated question, so don't worry. Just please answer quickly. This is the repeated question. Quickly answer this question, everyone. This is the repeated question. Please answer, guys. When the demand for a commodity decreases due to change in the climate, then the demand curve will shift or move. Yes. Demand curve due to change in the climate. It will either go leftward or rightward, because upward and downward, this is actually when the price change. And the demand is decreasing. So obviously it is going leftward. Yes. Next question. In CRA, credit rating business, who primarily pay the rating fees to the credit rating agency? Who actually pays the rating fees to the credit rating agency? Investors, financial intermediaries, issuers of the financial instruments, or SEBI? In the credit rating agency, who primarily pays the rating fees to the credit rating agency? Everyone. Primarily pays the rating fees to the credit rating agencies. Everyone. Harjinder is saying B. K is saying B. Tell me the correct. Again, just read out the question, what I am asking, and then answer. Read out the question, what I am asking, and then answer. Everyone. You are all saying B, financially. Who are the financial intermediary who will pay the credit rating agency's fees? Why they are paying the credit rating agency's fees? No, they have no concerns with the CRA rating any company. The rating fee is actually provided by the issuer of the financial instruments. Whoever are the issuer of the financial instrument to which the CRA is providing the ratings, that will pay the rating fees. Now, of course, so C is the correct answer. It was very obvious. Only one person is correct, Ranveer. Else everyone is wrong here. Okay, done. Next question. If good has a negative income elasticity and a positive price elasticity of a demand, then it is a negative income elasticity and positive price elasticity given normal, superior, or inferior good. Negative income and positive price elasticity. Everyone, please answer this question, you guys. Everyone. Negative income and positive price elasticity. So the correct answer is yes. It is given goods. Given good, first of all, doesn't follow the law of demand. Okay, so it is having a positive price elasticity and it has the negative income elasticity. So obviously A is the correct answer. Very good. Next, an individual named Alex decide to open the e-insurance account without having the insurance policy. After a month, Alex buy new insurance policy and want to demat it. What must Alex do to complete this process, and is there is a fee associated with maintaining the insurance account during this period? Alex must contact the insurer or insurance repository to request dematerialization, and there is a monthly fee for the insurance account. Alex must contract the insurer or insurance repository to request demat, and the insurance account is free of cost. Alex can automatically dematerialize the policy without any request, and there is a one-time setup fee for the insurance account. Alex cannot demat the policy since the insurance account is only for the active policy holder. Very easy question. Everyone, please start answering this question. Everyone, please. Oh, sorry. Start answering this question. Very simple, very easy. Everyone. E-insurance account. It's very simple. Already I have explained to you the insurance account. Already I have given you a good explanation of the insurance account. Everyone start answering the question. Everyone. Okay. First of all, insurance account is free of cost. Yes. Second, insurance account, for converting your insurance policy to demat, you have to request it. So obviously B is the correct answer, not C. Only Nadeem is correct here. You must contact the insurer or insurance repository to request dematerialization, and the e-insurance account is free of cost. B is the correct answer. Yes, the e-insurance account is completely free of cost. There is no setup fee, there is no monthly fee, there is no annual fee, nothing. B is the correct answer. Okay. Done. Clear. Next question. Which of the following correctly illustrates the difference between normative and positive economics? A report states that increasing the minimum wage, which leads to the higher unemployment rates among the teenager. A politician claimed that rising the minimum wage is essential for ensuring the living wage for all the workers, and economics predict that reducing rate with stimulates the economic growth. A company group argues that healthcare should be free of cost for all because it is a basic human right. We have to choose which is a positive economics and which is a normative economics. Positive and a normative economics, everyone. Which is a positive economics and which is the normative economics, everyone. Everyone. Positive and normative economics. Everyone, please answer. Which of the following is a positive economics and which of the following is a normative economics? I switched off the camera so that you can see all the questions. Everyone, please answer. Now, what is a positive economics and what is a normative economics? See, positive economics means when it is telling about any facts. Positive economics means when it is telling about any facts. Negative economics means when you are trying to suggest any measures. That is the negative economics or normative economics. Okay. Positive or normative economics. Now you have to choose the correct statement here. Now you have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. Now you have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, please answer. Okay, now XX is saying A is the correct answer. First, a report says that increasing the minimum wage which leads to the higher unemployment among the teenagers. Yes. So this is what this is actually telling about the facts. This is what telling about the facts. So this is a positive economics. Now, a politician claims that rising the minimum wage is essential for ensuring a living wage. Now, this is actually recommending you some policy, normative economics. And economist policies predict that reducing rate with stimulates economic growth. Now, this is again positive one. Now, a committee argues that healthcare should be free of cost, giving the recommendation. So, normative economics. Okay, so if we talk about the correct answer, A and D, sorry, B and D normative, A and C are positive. Yes, A is the correct answer. One, yes, A is the correct answer, everyone. Yes. Done. Clear, everyone? Any doubt? Can we move to the next question? Everyone, kindly just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay, next question. An investor is evaluating whether to invest in the equity market or government bonds. The current 10-year bond yield is 7% per annum. Investor believe that equities should provide at least a 5% risk minimum over risk-free asset like bonds to justify the higher risk involved in the equity investment. Based on this, at which minimum expected return should the investor considered investing in equities? Tell me the correct answer. Everyone. Now tell me the correct answer here. An investor is evaluating whether to invest in the equity market or government bonds. The current is 7% per annum. Investors believe that equity should provide at least 5% risk premium to justify the higher risk involved in the equity investment. So, based on this, what is the minimum expected return should the investor considered investing in equities? Very simple question. Yes, it is D. See, because if you are going safe, if you are going safe with the government investments, bond investment, you are receiving a risk-free income of 7% per annum, right? But again, if you are providing any of the extra, means you are going in the risky investments like equities, you are saying that at least 5% extra I will earn from that particular risk. So 7% plus 5% extra. So the minimum expected return is 12% for that particular investor if that investor want to invest in the equities. So yes, 12% is the correct answer. Done. Good. Now, based on the process of venture capital financing, arrange the following in the correct chronological order. After this, we are taking a break and then we will continue the rest of the question. Okay. Now, based on the process of venture capital financing, you have to select the correct chronological order in the cases: deal, negotiation, screening, evaluation, deal origination, exit plan, post investment activities. Everyone, please answer this question. Correct chronological order. Everyone, please answer this question. It's very easy. You have to just select the correct chronological order. You just have to select the correct chronological order. Everyone, correct chronological order. Everyone, please answer. So Haris is also saying A, Kamal is saying A, and everyone else. Please answer the question, everyone. So the correct answer is what? Okay. So first is what? First of all, the deal origination is done, right? Second, screening is done. Third, we have to evaluate. Fourth, we have to negotiate the deal. Then fifth, we have to do the post investment activity. And then last, we have to do the exit plan. So deal origination means four, then screening, then evaluation, then deal origination, then there is a post investment activity, and then there is an exit plan. 423165. 423165. A is the correct answer. Yes, 423165. A is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Clear? Now, let's take a break. Let's take a quick break here, everyone. Just give me a 5-minute break. I'm coming back, everyone. Okay, just don't go anywhere. There are a lot of questions left, and we have to do that questions. Everyone, you guys, okay? We have lot of questions left and lot of important questions left, everyone. Just please wait, and then we will be continuing the class. Okay, done. Let's take a 5-minute break, everyone. Okay. So let's start discussing the rest of the question, everyone. Where are everyone? Where are everyone? So let's start discussing the rest of the question. Okay, next question is we have to choose the correct statement here. Equity shareholders do not have the voting right, while preference shareholders have the voting right. Equity shareholder have the right to participate in the management decision, while preference shareholder don't have this right. Everyone, we have to choose the correct statement here. The correct statement regarding the difference between equity shareholder and preference shareholder. Just tell me the correct answer, everyone. Everyone start answering the question. Everyone, you guys, please answer this question. So equity shareholder do not have any voting right. False. Equity shareholder have the voting right while preference shareholder don't have the voting right. Equity shareholders have the right to participate in the management. That is correct. So yes, B is the correct answer. Only second is the correct statement. Next question. Which of the following statement is misleading about the credit rating and the credit score? We have to choose the misleading statement. Credit scores are exclusively given for individual borrowers, while ratings are applies to both individual and corporations. Higher credit score always guarantees you a better interest rate. Credit rating access long-term credit worthiness, while credit score are often focus on short-term financial behavior. Both credit rating and score are calculated using algorithms based on the historical financial backgrounds. Everyone, you have to answer. Everyone, kindly start answering this question, guys. Credit scores. Everyone, start answering this question. Okay, so if we talk about the correct answer, first of all, credit ratings scores are exclusively for borrowers and ratings are individual as well as the corporation. That is correct. Because ratings can be given to high net worth individuals. Okay, so it applies to both, obviously, that is correct. A high credit scores always guaranteed a better interest rate. That is actually false. A high credit score, if you are saying that it guarantees a better interest rate on loan, that is wrong. So B is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding difference? So this already we have discussed. Next question. As per the SEBI guidelines, an InvITs infrastructure investment trust must ensure that at least what percentage of its asset are generating operational income? 50, 60, 75, or 80%? Answer this question. As per the SEBI guidelines, InvITs infrastructure investment trust must ensure that at least what percentage of its asset are generating operational income? Everyone start answering this question. At least what percentage of its asset are generating operational income? So it is for both InvITs and REITs. This is that at least 80% of their assets should be invested in the operational income generating asset. Okay. And there is second important thing is at least 90% of the income which is generated should be distributed as dividend among the shareholders, right? So if we talk about the correct answer, D is the correct answer, 80%. Very good, Haris. Good. Yes, right? Next question. A company entered into 3 into 6 FRA. Okay, see this 3 into 6 FRA. Okay, to borrow 10 crores after 3 months for a period of 3 months. Okay, FRA fixed rate is 6% per annum. After settlement, means at settlement after 3 months, the actual 3-month market rate is 7%. Now, what will happen at settlement? The company will receive the difference from the FRA seller. The company will pay the difference to the FRA seller. The company will neither pay nor receive anything. The contract will be extended automatically for 3 more months. Now, you can answer this question, everyone. It's easy. It's easy. You can all answer this question, guys. Start answering this question. Everyone. Hmm. Everyone, please start answering this question. So very easy, very simple question. You can all answer this question. Navya is saying A. Kamal is saying B. Kamal, everyone. 3 into 6 FRA. Now again, it is a very good question. 3 into 6 FRA means it is bought for a period of 3 months, 3 months from now. Okay, it is bought for a period of 3 months, 3 months from now. FRA interest rate is actually fixed at 6%, and at the time of settlement, it was raised to 7%. So obviously, the FRA buyer is at profit because the market interest rate actually increased. Okay, and this actually give you the protection because you already have fixed the interest rate at 6%. So the balance will be compensated to you by the seller. So the company will receive the difference from the FRA seller because FRA seller need to compensate you for that 1% because you have fixed it at 6% at the beginning only, and that is what the FRA means. So A is the correct answer. Very good, Navya. Next, consider the following statement regarding the wealth drain during the British rule in India. The term home charges refers to at the official transfer made by the colonial government to Britain during British rule. These charges include expenses such as pension of the retired British officer, guaranteed interest to the railway companies, and salaries to the Secretary of State of India. The wealth drain was balanced by the Britain economic investment and trade returns to India. Which of the following statement is or are correct? Everyone. Which of the think is or are correct here? Everyone, start answering this question. Wealth drain theory. Everyone, you have to answer this question. The wealth drain theory. The wealth drain theory. The concept of wealth drain. Everyone, please start answering. The concept of wealth drain. Everyone. So the correct answer is Nabia saying A, Naresh is saying A, and everyone else just start answering the question. Okay. The term home charges, that is correct. These charges include expenses such as pensions of the retired British officers, guaranteed interest, that is also correct. The wealth drain was balanced by the Britain's economic investment. No, the wealth drain is a unilateral transfer of wealth. It is not a balance, it is only one sided from India to Britain, not from Britain to India. It is only from India to Britain. So obviously the correct answer is first and second only. So A is the correct answer, everyone. Done? Yes, A is the correct answer, everyone. Done. Next question. In a country, GDP is this. The total insurance premium from insurance companies 45,000 crore. 60% is from life insurance, 40% is from non-life insurance. We have to calculate the insurance penetration here. We have to calculate the insurance penetration here, everyone. Insurance penetration here, everyone. Please answer this question. We have to calculate the insurance penetration here. Everyone, please start answering this question. It's easy. Life insurance penetration we have to calculate. Specifically, the question is asking the life insurance penetration. Specifically, The question is asking the life insurance penetration, everyone. Okay. So 45,000 out of this 45,000, 60% is life insurance. Okay. So life insurance premium is what? 27,000. Okay. And we have to calculate the life insurance penetration. Life insurance penetration is equals to insurance premium means 27,000 divided by GDP 12 lakh 50,000. And because it is given in percentage to into 100, just solve this and answer. Everyone, just solve this and answer. So what is the correct answer, everyone? Just solve this and answer. Hmm. Okay, I think the answer is not coming correctly here. It is 2.16 which is coming. The answer is 2.16 which is coming. No, answer is 2.16, right? So I think the options are wrong. How A is coming? 0.36 is coming. Akka, 27,000, let me just check. 27,000 divided by. No, it's 2.16, which is the answer which is coming here. Okay, done? Yes, it's 2.16, which the answer is coming here, everyone. Done, done, done. Okay. Next question. In India, CRA are regulated by, credit rating agencies are regulated by SEBI, RBI, both A and B, or none of the above. Everyone, please answer this question. This is very easy now. So tell me the correct answer. In India, CRA are regulated by, it's very easy. Credit rating agencies. Now this can, oh, very easy answer. Yes, it is regulated by SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, obviously. Haris and Navya and Naresh and everyone. No, no, no. Credit rating agencies, these are regulated by SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Next question. A venture capital fund is analyzing three different companies for potential investments. Based on the brief scenario, identify the most appropriate type of financing for each company required. Now, Company A is a profitable FMNC brand, has established a strong share, is looking to a second production facility to meet the rising demand. Company B is currently in loss but was supported by the same venture capital fund in its early stage. Now, it has recently undergone major changes in its product line. Company C is stable and growing, but one of the early angel investors want to exit. The company is now looking to go public anytime soon. Okay, not going. Okay, the venture capital fund sees a strong potential over the few years and is willing to buy the existing shareholder stake. We have to choose which of the following is correct here, everyone. We have to choose which of the following is correct here. Everyone, please answer. We have to choose which of the following is correct here, everyone. So Haris Singh saying B, Double X is saying B, and everyone else. Kindly please like and share the video, guys. Whoever are watching this session, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay, so simple. First is for expanding. So yes, it is an expansion finance. First is for expanding, so it is an expansion finance. Second, at the time of the loss, the funding is provided. So it is called as turnaround financing. Okay, and when there are the new venture capitalists who are actually buying out the existing shareholder stake, that is called as replacement financing, right? So expansion, turnaround, and replacement. B is the correct answer, everyone. B is the correct answer. Done? Yes, B is the correct answer, everyone, you guys. Done? Next question. Choose the incorrect statement here. The mutual fund industry in India started in 1963 with the formation of UTI at the initiative of SEBI. Mutual fund is a mechanism for pooling resources from the public by issuing units to them and investing the funds so collected in securities in accordance with the objective as disclosed in the offer document. Investors of the mutual fund are called as the unit holder. A mutual fund is required to be registered with SEBI, which regulates the securities market before it can collect fund from the public. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Now we have to choose the incorrect statement, guys. Incorrect. Okay. Please answer this question. We have to choose the incorrect statement here, everyone. Incorrect statement. Incorrect statement, everyone. Choose the correct answer here. We have to choose the incorrect statement, everyone. So the correct answer is okay. So the mutual fund industry in India started in 1963 with promotion of UTI, Unit Trust of India, at the initiative of SEBI. No, no. It is actually with the formation of UTI at the initiative of RBI and Government of India. Year is correct. Okay, so this is incorrect. Now, second is correct, third is correct, fourth is correct. So, one only is the incorrect statement. We have to choose the incorrect statement, right? One only. Next, under the priority sector lending norms, what is the maximum loan limit for renewable energy project to qualify as a PSL classification? You have to tell me as per March 2025 guidelines, everyone. Priority sector lending norms, what is the maximum loan limit for the renewable energy projects to qualify as the priority sector lending classification? Everyone. Oh, everyone start answering this question. Kamal is saying V and everyone else. Priority sector lending norms, what is the maximum loan limit for the renewable energy projects to qualify as the PSL classification, priority sector lending classification? Yes, 35 crore per borrower and 10 lakh for the individual household. Important question because it is updated one. So obviously it is important. Next question. Which of the following mutual fund statement is misleading? We have to choose the misleading statement. Mutual fund offers investors diversification by pooling money from many investors to purchase a variety of securities. The net asset value of the mutual fund is determined by the fund's total asset minus its liabilities divided by the number of outstanding shares. All the mutual funds are actively managed, means the fund manager makes decision to buy and sell securities in an attempt to outperform the market. Mutual fund has different share classes which may varying fees and expenses ratio affecting the investor return. Misleading investment. We have to choose the misleading investment, everyone. Misleading. We have to choose the misleading statement regarding the mutual fund. Misleading statement, everyone. Start answering this question, guys. misleading. Misleading if you are saying that all the mutual funds are actively managed. No, there are passively managed mutual fund also. So mutual fund can be passively managed also and actively managed also. So if we talk about the incorrect statement, C is the incorrect answer because C is saying that all the mutual funds are actively managed. No, mutual fund, sorry, mutual fund, sorry, just a second, huh? Give me 1 minute. Okay, so if you are saying that all the mutual funds are actively managed, false. The mutual funds, these are actively managed also and passively managed also. So obviously C is the correct answer. Done? Clear? Next question. Under the CRA, Credit Rating Agencies Regulation, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding the CRA? A CRA must have a minimum net worth of 5 crore and educate infrastructure to issue ratings. Person promoting the CRA must have the period experience and a net worth exceeding 100 crore. A registration of CRA is granted if the applicant meets capital and infrastructure norm irrespective of the investor interest. CRA can be promoted by the financial institution or person with the relevant experience. Please answer this question. We have to choose the incorrect statement, guys. Incorrect statement here. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone start answering. We have to choose the incorrect statement. Navya, Haris, Kamal, and everyone start answering this question. We have to choose the incorrect statement. A CRA must have a minimum net worth of 5 crore. Correct. Person promoting CRA must have a minimum net worth of 100 crore. Correct. Registration of CRA is granted if the applicant meets capital and infrastructure norm. Incorrect. Registration is not granted automatically. You have to apply it, right? CRA can be promoted by financial institution and the person with relevant experience. That is correct. So if we talk about the incorrect answer, C. Okay. Next, we have to choose the incorrect statement. Life insurance protect the individual from a financial consequences of the premature death, and pension product address the risk of living too long so that one's resources are adequate to support one's standard of living during the old stage. Vesting stage, when one pays a specific amount regularly until the person's retirement. Accumulation stage, once the individual retire, he will get a steady flow of income for the rest of the life. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Incorrect statement, everyone. Choose the incorrect statement. So the correct answer is what? We have to choose the incorrect statement, everyone. Please answer. Incorrect statement, everyone. C, 2 and 3. Life insurance, the definition is correct. Now, vesting state, when the person pays a specific amount regularly until the person's retirement. No, that is accumulation stage. It is called as accumulation stage, and this is called as the vesting stage. Okay, so if we talk about the incorrect statement, second and third are the incorrect statement. Next question. A multinational company is considering three different strategies to expand its operation into new country. A company planned to build a brand new manufacturing facility from the ground up. A company intend to purchase an existing purchasing plant that is currently underutilized. Now, a company decides to partner with a local firm, co-invest in a new project, sharing the resources, expertise, and profit. Now, we have to choose the correct strategy for each situation. We have to choose the correct strategy for each situation. Tell me the correct answer, everyone. Correct strategy. Okay. So from the ground up, yes, it is a green field. From the ground up, yes, it is the green field. If you buy the existing one, it is considered as the brown field. Yes, if you buy the existing one. And third, yes, it is called as the joint venture. So if you talk about the correct answer, yes, A is the correct answer, everyone. Done. Clear? Next question. Which of the following is the first Indian company and the first bank or the financial institution from non-Japan Asia to be listed on New York Stock Exchange? Which of the following is the first Indian company and the first bank or institution from non-Japan Asia to be listed on a New York Stock Exchange? We have four options. Tell me the correct answer, everyone. Just tell me the correct answer, everyone. First Indian company and the first bank or the financial institution from the non-Japan Asia to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Tell me the correct answer. No, it is ICICI Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. It is the first universal bank also. First universal bank also. Okay. And it was the first Indian company from the non-Japan Asia to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Right. Next question. As per the recommendation of NC Singh Committee on FRBM, the combined debt to GDP ratio shouldn't be exceeding what? Now, everyone. The combined debt to GDP ratio shouldn't be exceeding what? Everyone. Everyone, please answer this question. Non-Japan Asia means non-Japan Asia. Non-Japan Asia, what I can explain about non-Japan Asia? All the other countries except Japan, right? It is non-Japan Asia. Because from Japan, it is already the companies which has been listed in the New York Stock Exchange. ICICI is the first company from the non-Japan Asia to be listed in the New York Stock Exchange. Okay. Now tell me the correct answer. NK Singh Committee on the FRBM, Fiscal Responsibility and the Budget Management Act. The combined ratio shouldn't be exceeding what? Everyone. The combined ratio shouldn't be exceeding what? Everyone. Very important. It is important question. Okay. So it shouldn't be exceeding 60%, center 40 and state 20. And it is the NK Singh Committee's recommendation of Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. No, B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. Okay, done. B is the correct answer. Done. Okay, next question. Identify which type of financial integration is reflected in the following situation. Okay, a commercial bank in India offers both a deposit and loan product, and the interest rate on the deposits and loan move closely around a common benchmark rate. The government of India removes capital control to allow foreign investors to freely invest in the Indian equity and bond market and harmonize regulation with global financial standards. India collaborates with neighboring Asian countries under the Asian Clearing Union to facilitate regional trade payments and settlement in local currencies. Just tell me the correct answer, everyone. Just tell me the correct answer, everyone. Tell me the correct answer, everyone. Start answering the question, guys. Okay. So a commercial bank in India offers both deposit and loan product. Yes, it is the domestic integration. It is what? Domestic. The government of India removes capital control to allow foreign investors to freely invest in Indian equity and bond market. Yes, this is what? Hmm. Yes, it is a global integration. Asian Clearing Union, it is a regional integration. So if we talk about the correct answer, A is the correct answer. Done, everyone? Yes. Next question. The various function of ICICI are provide finance in form of short-term and medium-term loan and equity participation, sponsoring and underwriting new issues of shares and other securities, guaranteeing loan availed by the entreprises or enterprises from other lenders. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. We have to choose the correct statement here, guys. Everyone, please start answering the question. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. Everyone, start answering the question, guys. So, the correct answer is what? The various function of ICICI, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. So it provides the finance in terms of short term and medium term loan. No, it provides finance in terms of medium to long term loans. So first is wrong. Sponsoring and underwriting, yes. Guaranteeing loan, yes. Second and third. So B is the correct answer. Good. Next question. Which of the following would be the least likely to be the priority for Niti Aayog? Least likely means not a function of Niti Aayog. Simple. You have to tell me which of the following is not a function of Niti Aayog. Creating framework for sustainable development, monitoring the effectiveness of existing program and providing real-time adjustment and innovation to improve outcome, oversees the implementation of immediate short-term financial bailouts to current economic challenges, encourage collaborating network for knowledge sharing among nationals and international experts to foster innovation and entrepreneurship. Which of the following is correct here? Everyone, please start answering. Which of the following is correct here? Not a strategy, you can say. Least priority, you can say. So we have to tell the correct answer. Everyone. Sorry. Least likely. Okay. So creating framework for sustainable development, monitoring the effectiveness of existing program, overseeing the implementation of immediate short-term financial bailouts. No. Niti Aayog is actually having a long-term developmental goals, not short-term. It has the policy time period from for which can range from 10 to 15 years. Okay, and that's why Niti Aayog has replaced the 5-year plans. Okay, so it is not focusing on any short-term financial bailouts. The focus is on long-term, right? So C is the correct answer. Done. Next question. Which of the following goals is covered under the Sustainable Development Goals? Sustainable Developmental Goals, very easy. Sustainable Development Goals, very easy. It's easy. You can all answer this question. Sustainable Development Goals. Yes, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education. All of the above are considered as the sustainable development goals. All of the above are considered as the sustainable development goals. Yes, done. Hmm. Next question. The General Insurance Company was established as a result of merger of four public sector life insurance company, formation of Life Insurance Corporation of India, privatization of insurance sector in India, nationalization of 55 private general insurance companies. Everyone. The General Insurance Company. Everyone start answering. The General Insurance Companies. The general insurance companies. Everyone, start answering this question. The general insurance company has been established by what? It is a result of what? General insurance companies. It is a result of what? GIC. Yes, it is the result of 55 private general insurance companies. So D is the correct answer. It is the result of 55 private general insurance companies nationalization, the general insurance company. Okay. Next, which of the following has or have occurred in India after the liberalization of economic policies in 1991? Share of agriculture in GDP has increased enormously. Share of India's export in the world trade increase. FDI inflows increase. India's foreign exchange reserve increased enormously. We have to tell me what has occurred after the liberalization of economic policies. Liberalization of economic policies, everyone. Liberalization of economic policies. So liberalization, share of agriculture sector has increased enormously. No. Share of India's export increase, yes. Foreign FDI's inflows increase, yes. India's foreign exchange reserve increase, yes. So second, third, and fourth is the correct answer. Next question. ESG practice in India mainly focuses on improving financial returns with a little regard for a broader ethical or social impact of the operations. Bank in India are increasingly incorporating ESG by disclosing diversity, human right practice, and support for LGBT equality. Corporate governance in bank ensures that the decisions are solely in the interest of maximizing shareholder return without consideration of the long-term social impact. We have to choose the incorrect statement. We have to choose, I think, the correct statements. Okay, just a second. Okay, we have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, just choose the correct statement here. Just choose the correct statement here, everyone. Guys, please answer this question. Just choose the correct statement here. Everyone, start answering this question. Choose the correct statement here. Everyone. So ESG practice in India mainly focuses on improving the financial return. Obviously not. It is not focusing on increasing the financial returns. No. Economical or ESG, okay, environmental, social, and governance. These are not on the financial returns maximizing. Okay, it has different thing. We have to focus on environmental, social, and governance in our policies. So first is wrong. Bank is increasingly incorporating, yes. Corporate banks in India ensures that the decisions are solely made in the interest of maximizing the shareholder profit. No. So we have to choose the correct answer. Only second. C is the correct answer. Everyone, C is the correct answer. Done. C is the correct answer. Yes, everyone. C is the correct answer. Any doubt? The next question. Choose the correct statement. Green bonds are issued by any sovereign entity, intergovernmental groups, and corporation with the aim that proceeds of the bonds are utilized for environmentally classified product. India started issuing green bonds in 2015, and most of the green bond issued since 2015 has a maturity of 5 years or above, but less than 10 years. Tell me the correct answer. We have to choose the correct statement. We have to choose the correct statement, everyone. Answer. We have to choose the correct statement here. Only second. Now we are saying only second is the correct answer, and everyone else. We have to choose the correct statement, guys. B. Kamal is also saying only second. Why first and third? Why these are wrong? All the statements are correct. C is the correct answer. There is nothing wrong in any of these statements. Everyone, all the statements are correct. Yes, KGR. All the statements are correct. Obviously, C is the correct answer. Next question. A company entered into 3 into 6 FRA to hedge against a possible rise in the interest rate. Which of the following statement correctly describe this contract? Everyone. The company will borrow after 3 months for a period of 3 months. The company will borrow immediately for a period of 6 months. The company will lend after 6 months for a period of 3 months. The company will borrow after 6 months for a period of 6 months. 3 into 6 FRA. What is 3 into 6 FRA? Everyone, forward rate agreement. 3 into 6 FRA. Please answer. Now we are saying A. And everyone else? Yes. 3 into 6 is for a period of 3 months, 3 months from now. Yes, A is the correct answer. Next question. The eligibility for a tri-party agent. Okay. That we have already done. Next, IDBI has been established as a wholly owned subsidiary of what? IDBI, Industrial Development Bank of India, has been established in 1964 as a wholly owned subsidiary of what? Everyone. Wholly owned subsidiary of what? Everyone, please answer this question. Wholly owned subsidiary of what? Now it's easy. Yes? No, no. Now it has been under the ownership of central government. Now. But earlier, when it was established as a wholly owned subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India, Industrial Development Bank of India. Later, the ownership has been transferred to the central government. Okay. Next question. In 1976, IDBI introduced the soft loan scheme to provide financial assistance to the product unit in which of the following selected industries? Cement, cotton, textile, jute, sugar, or certain engineering industries. Which of the following is the correct answer here? Everyone. Which of the following is the correct answer here? Everyone, kindly please like and share the video, guys. Whoever are watching this session, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Yes, it is all of the above. Yes, D is the correct answer. All of the above. Has been introduced in every field. Okay. Now choose the correct statement. Export Import Bank of India was established in 1981. The Act has been passed in 1981 and commenced operation in 1982. The bank is a wholly owned subsidiary by RBI and was set up for the purpose of financing, facilitating, and promoting foreign trade. The bank provides 360-degree support to the export-oriented unit by catering to the long-term loan requirement that helps exporter finance new projects, etc. We have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, just choose out the correct statement regarding the Export-Import Bank of India. Everyone. Export-Import Bank. The correct statement regarding the Export-Import Bank of India. Everyone. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the Export Import Bank of India. Everyone, please answer. Okay. So the Export Import Bank was established in term of Export Import Bank of India Act 1981 true. Commenced in operation in 1982 done. The bank is a wholly owned by RBI. No, it is completely owned by Government of India, so it is wrong. The bank provide 360-degree support to the export oriented unit. That is also correct. First and third are correct. Second is wrong. C is the correct answer, everyone. C is the correct answer, guys. C is the correct answer, everyone. Done. Next question. What is the role of DFI? Who actually, which of the following DFI has a role in counseling NRIs for the investment in India? Which of the following development financial institution has a role of counseling the non-residential Indians for their investments in India? IFCI, IDBI, ICICI, or Exim Bank? Everyone, please answer. No, it is ICICI, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. C is the correct answer. Next, with the onset of liberalization, what structure has been adopted by DFIs, Development Financial Institution? With the onset of liberalization, what structure has been adopted by Development Financial Institution? What structure has been adopted by the Development Financial Institution? Very simple. So the correct answer is what? Hmm. So yes, it is the Universal Bank, or which committee has recommended this? Narasimha Committee. By the recommendation of Narasimha Committee, these changes has been adopted. Okay. Next, you have to match the following with the correct solution. Okay. Suitable for one-off large value international deals, involve MIS collection and administration services commonly used for short-term receivables backed by letter of credit or evilised bill of exchange. For these 4 points, you have to choose which of the following is good, factoring or forfeiting. Everyone, please answer. Match the following. We have to answer this question, everyone. So tell me the correct answer, everyone. So, suitable for one of large value international deals, forfeiting, because forfeiting is for large value transaction plus for international. Involve MIS collection and administration services, it is factoring. Commonly used for short term receivables, factoring. And backed by the LCs, it is forfeiting. Okay. So one is what? One is B, second is A, third is A, fourth is B. Okay, yes, so this A is the correct answer, everyone. Good. No, A is the correct answer. Right. Next, business cycle is also known as, very easy. We are almost finishing the class, everyone. Business cycle is also known as what? So business cycle is also known as economic cycle. Now let's do this last question. Which business cycle is also called as economical crisis? Which business cycle is also called as what? Crisis, everyone. Which business cycle is called as crisis? Everyone, please answer. This is the last question. Crisis. No, no, no. Crisis, which is called as the crisis. It is a recession, which is also called as the crisis. It is recession, which is also called as the crisis. Done. So, yes, guys, this is it for today. And I hope that you have find this marathon useful for all of you. Plus, all the very best for tomorrow, guys. All the very best for tomorrow. I will be waiting for your comment. I have circulate my number in the class. Okay. Kindly, everyone, please message me, please WhatsApp me. I'm waiting for your responses, for your result, everyone. Just post it or just message me in the Telegram about your all questions, right? All the very best for your examination. Now, just don't take any tension, just be relaxed. You have done enough. Now, don't just involve yourself in the study for 12 no so for 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. No, just go sleep, have a very good dinner, just sleep, relax, and go for tomorrow's. Say you are all well prepared. I know that. All the very best for your tomorrow's examination. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Please like and share the video to the maximum you can, and everyone just please like this video. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye bye, guys. Have a very good night. Bye, everyone.